Good morning and welcome to Laura Vlog Day.
Trevor takes over more like.
No.
It's okay, you're doing breakfast. Trevor's going to show you breakfast. Trevor is much more of a morning person than I am. I am still doing my miracle morning, which I'm kind of like halfway through at the moment. So I'm doing a little bit of reading, but Trevor is making some tasty breakfast. So I'll let you show you what he's up to.
So I'm just making some yaki tamago. It's a Japanese egg dish. Basically like scrambled eggs. But you fry them off in the pan a little bit beforehand, little by little, and then you roll it up, hopefully. And you keep doing that and it makes little ring layers.
What's in the mix? Is it just eggs? It looks darker than eggs.
It's got some soy sauce and a little bit of dashi in as well, just to make it taste a little bit more Japanese-like. Bits break off, doesn't really matter.
This is a yaki tamago pan, and I did get it from Home Sense, and I think it was like £4. It's such a good pan. It never sticks, does it?
No, I do put a bit of oil in it, but yeah, it's really good.
These are nice rolled up inside it's like a tortilla, but I'm having it today wrapped in, it's very steamy, wrapped in a little bit of nori because we haven't got tortillas or salsa. The washing's just finished, so just got to get that outside. Trevor's bread is done. We kind of keep it under this little umbrella thing because it's the summer, there's lots of flies about. We're going to head into town now. We've just come into town and we're just stopping to get, well, had to have a look at some of the material in the material shop. I think I like this one and this one. This one is quite nice though. They've got so many different ones, it's really hard to decide. Seeing as last week I put way too much money on my Starbucks card, we decided to come for Starbucks just before Trevor heads off to work. This is the cookie crumble one that like everyone was raving over last week. I'm looking for the new Grow Your Own magazine, but that's last month's one. This permaculture one looks a bit interesting. There's definitely loads to choose from. The trouble is, those magazines are all £5 plus a pop. I do like the Grow Your Own one though. I think I might get a subscription to that. I like the kitchen garden too, but it's just not as thick. It feels like you read it very quickly for the price of it. I'm off to the allotment now. It's a bit quieter down there. Town is so busy because it's still the school holidays. I sound like such a grumpy old person, but I can't wait for the schools to go back. I can get walking down the street again without there being loads of kids about. I've got my carry bag at the plot to put my tomatoes in. It'll be good when I do move everything up to home because I'll be able to have one of those pretty wooden trucks, but right now they weigh quite a lot, and by the time you put the produce in them as well and then walk them up to home, it's better to just to put everything in my backpack. So I'm going to pick some tomatoes for my lunch. I'm not actually that hungry right now because I just had that giant, well, basically like an ice cream sundae, but I'm going to take some tomatoes up back with me anyway. It might not be very Instagram worthy or very sexy, but it is very practical. I got a couple of other very exciting things from the plot. Some sweet corn. I wasn't sure if they were ready because normally you wait for the tassels to kind of dry out, but the tassels were completely covered, so there weren't any tassels on the end of this, if you can see what I mean. I couldn't see any when I was looking to see if they were ready, so I presumed they'd already dropped off, but I wasn't sure. I opened them up and they are looking good inside. So I want to get harvesting the sweet corn soon. There's about 6 plants that were a little bit further ahead when they went in, so I think they're going to be the first ones I harvest. Last year the squirrels got them. I've got another one there as well. So I would rather harvest them early, I mean as long as they're ready, than leave them like on the plant until I'm ready for them. I'd rather get them in the freezer because I don't want the squirrels to have them. This truss of tomatoes broke off when I was kind of clambering through the ones outside because they're not really in a very good position. So I am hoping that that will ripen on the windowsill. What I thought I would do this afternoon, well it's going to be like a long one, is I bought back loads of these little tomatoes. Some of them already got a bit squished coming up the road, but I haven't got a dehydrator. I would very much like one, but they're very expensive. So I'm going to put them in the oven and dry them out because that was the main reason I bought these currant tomatoes, was to have dried currant like tomatoes but dried out, you know, like raisins, in the cupboard. So I'm going to give that a go. But first I'm going to prepare lunch, and I need a few nice red tomatoes for that. So green beans, tomatoes and anchovies. I'm just popping that into the oven. These are all the current tomatoes laid out. It's interesting, the red ones that have been outside are slightly bigger. A couple of them have split a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see the split there. Oh well, you'll just have to take my word for it. Some of them have split, and not loads, but imagine they'll do that in the oven anyway. They go on a really low heat, about 60 degrees. So I'm going to let the oven cool down a bit from lunch first, and then pop them in. I think they're going to need between 6 and 8 hours. Normally when you do tomatoes, like bigger tomatoes, you would slice them in half. So I don't know what's going to happen to them. I suppose they will pop open anyway. This is my countertop today. So the bread is still out. That's cool now, so I can probably slice that and put it away. I've got my water bottle. I've got daffodils that are waiting to plant. A big bowl of tomatoes. That looks like quite a few, but actually we will demolish those when we watch TV. I've got the rest of the fruit and the thing that Trevor is cleaning his bike chain with. That area is just like the catch-all for everything that we've got going on in the house. I've only just got around to doing this next load of dishes. I went out into the garden because I had the daffodil bulbs to plant, and then I was just out there for a lot longer than anticipated, and the next thing I know, Trevor was coming around the corner on his bike coming home, and it's 7 o'clock. So we've ordered pizza, which is like a big cheat, but whatever. It's the bake-off tonight, so I don't want to be messing around tidying things up when that's on, because that's one of my favourite shows. So we're just waiting for the pizza to arrive, and Trevor had a message about some like pizza offer. I think it's like a large pizza and garlic bread for £10 or £11. But anyway, it was a good deal. So we're waiting for that, then we're going to get settled in for the bake-off. I've also got to get the washing in. I don't know how this day has got so away from me. Pizza! Yeah. It's tense, isn't it? It's tense watching. Everyone keeps dropping their biscuits on the floor.
I don't know what's going to happen next. It's just out of control. It's wild.
Stressful, the bake-off.
What's happened now? Oh my goodness.
And I'm just portioning everything out, putting it into the bags so it can go in the freezer.